How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of That's Just My Opinion Sports. As we go over last week's games of college football, and we get ready for week 2 of college football and week 1 of pro football. And we'll go over where the playoff stands for MLB baseball and how the NBA playoffs are shaking out. So sit back and relax, and let's get ready to go over it. So the biggest takeaway from week 1, I think the two best looking teams easily. Army destroyed Middle Tennessee State. I was dumb enough to pick Middle Tennessee State. Figured out firsthand, Army is for real. They just made Middle Tennessee look like a junior varsity team out there. Army was efficient. They ran the ball. Army did whatever they wanted to against Middle Tennessee. Middle Tennessee was just at Army's mercy, and they showed none. BYU played Navy last night. Same thing, really. Navy just looked ill prepared. I don't know if it was just. Usually, Navy, even if they don't win, they're one of the better prepared teams in the country, but last night, BYU just ripped them a new one. Really, that's one of the best games I've seen BYU play since Bronco Mendenhall has left to go to Virginia. So that's a good sign for BYU fans this year. Really think they've got a lot to look forward to. And straight up on last week's pick, we went 5-1. Straight up bets, well, not bets, but straight up picks. Went 5-1, but went a terrible 1-4 against the spread. Thank you, BYU, for saving us from going 0-5 against the spread. And one last thing on college football from last week. Southern Miss's head coach would resign after losing to 2-touchdown underdog South Alabama. He's been the head coach at Southern Miss since 2016. He finishes with a record of 28-23 overall and 20-12 in Conference USA play. And let's see, we've got a game Thursday night. Miami will host UAB. And that's what we got to look forward to this week. And now let's get on to pro football and see what we got going on. And so once again, real quick, Jay Hobson out at Southern Miss, and Scotty Walden will be taking over as intern. And so now we move on to Thursday night's NFL opener with Houston and Kansas City. And with Deshaun Watson getting his new contract, we now have the two highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL going to be dueling it out on Thursday. And really, I can't wait to see this. It should be awesome. Can't wait to see this shootout, hopefully, between Watson and Mahomes. I just really hope it lives up to the hype. Which at least it should be a shootout. I mean, at least I hope so. I've seen somewhere where they had KC a 9.5 point favorite. I really don't think it should be that big of a spread. I'm hoping I looked at that wrong, but we'll see. We'll touch on that a little bit more. I'm hoping to have a new episode come out on Thursday. Review the weekend a little bit and have some picks for Thursday night's game in the college and pro, and review the NBA playoffs a little bit. And speaking of, let's move on to the NBA playoffs and discuss what's going on there. And I think, look, LeBron and AD, they should handle their business, take a 2-1 lead, and I think the Clips will handle their business and get a 3-1 lead tomorrow. I think Boston is going to take out the Raptors, and knock out the champs. To me, Boston has impressed me the most in this round. just from the highlights I've been watching of the games. Kimball Walker, uh, dude's just balling this postseason, and Miami looks good too. And I think they're going to get rid of the Bucks, so I think that'll be a real good Eastern Conference final. If things do go on to pass with Miami and Boston. And I do think we're going to eventually get a LA Western Conference Finals, LA Finals in Orlando. So that's where we're at on the NBA. And now let's have a look at Major League Baseball. All right, and as we start moving in and get closer to our first ever 16-team Major League Baseball playoff, I can't wait for this, by the way. It's going to be real interesting to see. As we move closer and closer to it, we've got, if the playoffs started today, we would have, in the American League, we would have Tampa Bay, the 1 seed, hosting the 8 seed New York Yankees. Excuse me. Then we would have the number 2 seed Cleveland Indian hosting the 7 seed Minnesota Twins. The 3rd seeded A's versus the Astros. And then the 4th seeded White Sox and the 5th seed Buffalo Blue Jays for this season. And then in the National League, you'd have the Dodgers versus the Marlins. Then the 2 seed Braves versus the Giants. 3 seed Chicago versus the Cardinals. And then you'd have the Chargers. The Chargers, good Lord. The Padres versus the Phillies. You can tell I've got football on the brain just a little bit. But one devastating thing for the Braves, and hopefully they get Mad Max back before the postseason, get him ready to go. Max Fried has been placed on the injured list with some back spasms, I believe. I really hope for, already losing Mike Soroka. As good as this offense is, they're good enough to win the World Series if they can just get a little bit of pitching help. So, and of course, I might be a little biased, just saying. But yeah, gosh, I'd love to see it if Max could get back. Some key games though coming up. You've got the Rockies and the Padres coming up tonight, and tomorrow you got the Reds and the Cubs. Cincinnati wants to keep their playoffs hopes tonight. They really need to get some wins notched under their belt. So we'll look and see. And like I said, I can't wait to see how this playoff's going to, line up. It's going to be interesting either way. So this has been just my sports opinion. Hope you enjoyed. We'll have another episode coming up on Thursday where we do our picks for our Thursday games in the NFL opener. And then on Friday and Saturday, we'll have our college picks on Friday and our pro picks on Saturday. So y'all take care. God bless you. God bless you families. And God bless America. Take care.